All right, all right, all right. Welcome in, Toilets to Titles. This is episode 109. Today it is our second annual Bathroom Board and Fusion FFB rankings recap. We collab with Joshua down here from Fusion FFB. He's been gracious enough to let the Toilets to Titles crew, the ever-growing crew, join his rankings over at fusionffb.com. It started out with just me, Justin, and Nate. And it was the four of us on Josh's sheet. And then this year we probably added about 6 or 7 more people. So it added a little bit of chaos. But I think if someone can handle chaos and if someone can handle spreadsheets, it's this cat, and it's Joshua from FusionFFB.com. Joshua, how are we doing this evening?
I'm doing great. I'm pretty sure at this point I'm joining your rankings. I'm a little bit outnumbered, but no, it was a lot of fun joining it all and working with it, and got a lot of fun working through all your board bets too. So it'll be fun to see how those play out.
Well, nobody can work a spreadsheet like you can. So until you become dispensable like that, it's still your rankings.
Until you become dispensable. It's a cold-blooded game. We're finding that out right here. Justin's just letting you know, man.
No, I'm letting you know right now
ago
you're
how to-
still the man, and you are indispensable right now.
I learned a long time ago how to make myself indispensable just so people keep me around. Yeah.
You're
Man.
doing a good job.
So I want to let everybody know, again, this is the second annual. And if you're new to the show, you're like, well, what was the first? And what even is Bathroom Board? Well, the Bathroom Board is during the off season, all of us, it started out with I think it started out with David Montgomery and Miles Sanders. There's a lot of Miles Sanders talk last year. Everyone, and I felt like 2 years ago, rather, and I felt like David Montgomery was better. And I thought not enough people were talking about him. And it started with, I think David Montgomery outscores Miles Sanders, and we needed somewhere to put it. And I'm a man of docs. Go ahead, Justin.
And I lost that bet too.
But you won the Bathroom Board year one. But I'm a man of docs, and I have many docs. And I started the first doc where we put all these bets, and it was became our Bathroom Board. And with the Bathroom Board, then every time we recorded an episode and we disagreed upon something, and then it carried over from disagreements on episodes to disagreements in our group chat, because our group chat is ever growing. So the Bathroom Board is filled with just in-house bets between all of the members at Toilets Titles. And with us now, joining us, one of our new members this past off season, but now he's an elder statesman, and it's one of the pretty guys from the show, and it's Alex at AlexO_FF. Alex, how we doing?
Doing well. How's everyone doing?
Phenomenal, man. You sound crispy clean.
Do I sound nice?
Yes.
You sound like you are in
a finder's fee. Do I get some kind of finder's fee for Alex?
Yeah, actually,
I was on his podcast first. That's where I met Justin.
Yeah, you get to pay a portion of what it costs for us to have him on the show.
Yes.
Never mind. I don't know the guy.
Man, you sound crispy clean. So where are you, Alex? I've never seen you record in wherever you are right now.
So I'm just in a different part of the room. We moved my desk around.
Okay.
So there's Bigfoot, the picture that's usually behind me.
The squad?
We since I wanted to get a little bit not more professional, but I wanted to, do it up a little bit more. Yeah. So eventually we're going to put some shelves and stuff behind me so I can start putting up like my AJ Brown signed ball and, get some swag behind me and that kind of stuff. So, yeah. And then a chick from work, I was talking about needing a mic, and she used to stream for like Twitch. And she's like, I have an extra mic just sitting in the box at home. So would you like it? And I was like, yeah, yes, I would. So she just gave it to me. Dude, everything's still in plastic. Everything's still wrapped, like brand new, brand spanking new. So I got it all set up now.
With that voice, I feel like we should have like a 24/7 radio show, but forget like 24 hours of the day. Let's just record from like 11 to 1 o'clock, and we'll give Alex that time slate. I just want to listen to him talk, like the sultry tones of Alex O and whatever type of blues or jazz he's playing. But Justin, did I say what's up to you this evening, man?
Oh no, it's all good, man. We've got an awesome guest. We've got a great show lined up, and I'm excited to jump into this thing because for one, it's always good to like gloat when you get one right, but it's also really fun to get ripped on when you get one wrong. And and we definitely have those ebb and flows tonight. So it's going to be a lot of fun to rip on each other a bit.
So you're coming into this competition this evening as last year's champ, okay? And then also this year we did a challenge where me, you, and Nate, we picked a game of the week, and every week. And the game of the week, the next week we recapped whichever game had the tightest point differential, that was the winner. And then we, say it was like, so we tallied it up and added whatever after every week, and your total was the lowest. So you won. So you have 2 wins. Like you got 2 belts. You're like the Intercontinental and the World Champ. But I'm letting you know I'm here, okay, to take away the bathroom board title from you.
Yeah, it's all good, man. My fantasy team still sucked this year, so I still don't feel good at all.
Man, don't make it easy for me. I want to talk smack, and you go ahead and you pull it out. You don't allow me to, because now the pity factor sets in when you start beating yourself up like that.
I was even going to say, for coming from the guy, he's got 2 wins, and it's always the guy, I don't know anything about football or fantasy or.
All right, fine. You guys are right. I'm really good.
You're really good. He is phenomenal. All right, well, I'm glad we got a nice crew here. We got 4 of us, and maybe we'll have a few members of Titles popping in here. We got 2 new members. We got George and Jason. Okay, so at George Reed FF, I think, and I think Jason is at BFTG. Jason. Oh man, how did I get the other part? And then
so we are announcing that then.
Oh, it was announced already. It was announced today. Yeah, you missed it. There was like 150 messages in the chat, and it was announced today. And but they're not on the bathroom board, so they're not going to pop in here. But big shout out to the 2 new members of Toilets and Titles. I think the crew is up to about 16 members. We got tons of content going this off season, so make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, Podbean, Apple Podcasts. We're going to have all sorts of coverage. Everything. NFL draft. We're still talking dynasty. We're still talking redraft. We got everything. And I know Justin wants to pop in and say something. Justin, go ahead.
I was going to say, Josh, that's why the chat got a little awkward in Fusion yesterday, because I totally forgot that it hadn't been announced yet, and I just about dropped it.
Now my messages to you will make sense now. It's just, pardon Justin, it's all sinking in right now.
Josh, can I see that shirt?
Yeah, so he's got my background, but
nice.
I got your shirt. So
rep. So Josh, when we went to Canton last year, he's one of the he's kind of like a godfather, at Toilets and Titles, because he's been with us since day one as far as being a friend of the show, being on the show, and then also being in the Toilets and Titles house. If we do any hazing, and I'm not saying we're gonna do any hazing because that's illegal, but if we were to do any hazing, Joshua would be able to throw down. You know what I mean? He'd be able to be a boss bitch in there,
A godfather.
I'm the one doing it. Well, not actually, because I'm not going to. But
right, it can't happen.
Make someone eat a goldfish or whatever,
right.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah. Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, hypothetically.
Right. Yeah. Or rather, just make fun of somebody when you play Mario Kart. that was about. That's what we did last year. We sat around and played Mario Kart, and I'm already talking to my son Emmett. We're bringing the Switch out this year, and I'm thinking maybe Super Smash Bros. Maybe we'll change it up a little bit, and we'll do like multiple competitions rather than just the Mario Kart. But this is the fun stuff we have coming down the pipe. We're already planning our trip to the Fantasy Football Expo in Canton. Alex is going to be coming. The crew keeps growing. We're going to have a lot of fun. We hope to see you all out there. And we're filling. So last year we did 3 divisions of 12, Frankenstank, in the Frankenstank League. So it was 36 teams. This year we're going to try to add 24 more teams. So that's 2 more divisions. And we are going to try to draft at least one of those divisions in Canton. So there's going to be a lot of planning going on with this, and working out schedules, because there's going to be other things going on in Canton, and we want to make sure we can fit it into a time slot. But we got a lot of time to plan all that out. So stick with us. Reach out to us if you want in Frankenstank. We'll get you in there. And if you're going to Canton and you're already in Frankenstank, let us know so we can kind of try to make a side list and set this draft up. Want to let everybody know we'd be appreciated if you check out toiletstitles.com, hit the like and subscribe button on the YouTube channel. And Alex, it sounded like you were going to say something, so go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't know if I want to be in a division with all of you guys. We all did really, we did. All the people who are going did really well. So I don't know if I want to be in the same division as all of them. So
I don't think I did really well. I think.
Well, you didn't do bad.
I didn't do terrible.
John and I didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
Well, okay. All right. Well, me and Josh, I don't want to be in the same division.
We did.
Man, but I have more fun like creating the monster than actually playing in the league. The off season is my time, man. That's my time to shine. Me and Justin, like our back and forth chats, kind of trying to organize and set things up. And Ben was a big help this year. There was a little chaos, there was a little struggle, but I know Ben helped us, set everything up, on the MFL. And it's nice having, multiple members of a team now, because not one single person is responsible for the outcome of everything. We can kind of divvy up, because, there's a lot of nuances to running a league and setting it up on MFL. And if Frankenstank, there's so many different rules and settings that go into that. You need it to be double checked, because the first season we wanted it to be one way, and we just didn't input it right. So it wasn't 100% the way we wanted it. So the second year, I think it was a lot cleaner, and I think it was a lot more fun. It would be greatly appreciated, everybody. You go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Toilets to Titles. Tier 1 is $3 a month. It gets you into our group chat, to the T2T group chat on Discord. Tier 2 is $5 a month. Gets you early access to the waiver wire episodes in season. They release Monday night after Monday Night Football. Get you into the Frankenstank League. And again, it gets you into the group chat. And Tier 3 is $10 a month. Gets you all of that. Gets you one-on-one roster analysis from anybody at the Toilets Titles team. And that Frankenstank entry you get, if you're in Tier 3, it's free. So that's a $25 value. So everybody, let's start with the rankings, with the bathroom board. Do we want to first discuss the rankings, or do we want to talk about the bathroom board and then maybe – so Josh, why don't you get into the rankings process, maybe a little bit about the spreadsheets. Justin, why don't you pull this up? If you're watching at home on YouTube, you can clearly see the rankings. If you're not watching at home, check out our YouTube. We have all this popped up so you can see it if you are watching. So Joshua, let us know about the rankings process, how it's all worked out, and let's go through some of these players.
Yeah, so here's the rankings, and I have both the points per game and the season total points ranks. I sorted them by the points per game just to keep it a little bit more fair, but we can also reference the season finish here on this side as well. But everything right now is sorted by this, and it's going to be for quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight end, all the same thing. So this is the quarterback page. You can see these are all of us who participated in the rankings across the top. We'll see how many you guys add to this next year. And then here's the average that we as a group came up with, which typically is more right than any one of us, which you'll see throughout the night. All the other stuff you see over here on the side is adding up how close or far away we were, and then we'll get to those which are kind of calculating how well you did at the top and ranking it out. But yeah, this right here is the ranks for the quarterbacks. We had a few different quarterback board bathroom bets. I don't know where you want to jump in, but I'll just start talking about some of the ones that jumped out and jump in and tell me. First of all, I wanted to point out how you were all wrong about Tom Brady again. Yeah, so even I had him too low. I had him at 4. Me and Rich are going to have a conversation. But luckily, like John said, you will never be making that mistake again. Maybe not.
I don't
San Francisco, man. He's going to San Francisco. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
I think the reason he did not say goodbye and thank you to the Patriots in his retirement letter is because he was really retiring from the Bucs.
Well,
I think he's going to San Fran.
He said bye to the Patriots when he went to the Bucs, though.
Exactly, that's what I said too. But people took it as a slight. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think that we were wrong about Tom Brady. We were just a year early.
Oh, just a year early.
Yes.
Or
These
like
weren't dynasty rankings.
Yeah. Or like in my case, about 3 years early, because I've been doing this for a couple years now.
Yeah, and I was gonna pat myself in the back for being closest to Tom Brady, and then I saw Josh's. I got to mine, and then I saw Josh's at 4, and I was like, damn it, I was closest.
I'm just making a note real quick. I am sorry. That has to do with audio. So yes, we will never have to do that again. Now, let's go through all the quarterbacks. While we're here, let's go through the quarterback bets and let's talk about winners and losers.
Okay. I have here that the first one on the list I have is that Ben and Joe and Matt thinks that Tua will not get benched. He'll be the starter going into 2022, and Nate thinks he's going to get benched. So while we technically don't completely know for certain about 2022, I think we can call this one a win or a loss for Nate.
All right, let me tally. So I'm gonna
tally going here if you want to see
perfect.
it. But
no, you're good. We'll look at it at the end. We'll look at it at the end. So rifle through them, and then at the end we'll talk about who won and who lost.
Okay. I also have Herbert versus Tana Hill. That's you, John, versus a couple different guys. And Justin Herbert definitely won that. So you won that, John.
Yeah, so again, how these pop up is usually we'll be talking in the chat, and somebody will mention something, and somebody will be like, "You're wrong," and then we'll be like, "Oh, put it on the board." So how these mostly work? This was a fantasy outcome, right? Who's going to score the most points this season? And I had Herbert, Joe Clark, Mike, and Alex all had Ryan Tannehill, and they were wrong.
Yeah, it's usually Alex that says you're wrong, by the way. So then the conversation starts going to how wrong everybody is, and then everybody else chimes in, and the next thing you know, we have 3 different board bets.
Oh, and I hate being wrong. So then I'm like, no, I'm going to put my name on it. And I might even be wrong, but I'm still going to put my name on it.
Yeah.
So, that's the way I roll. All right, what's next?
We have Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes. Joe was by himself there against Coach and Steve, and you guys won, obviously, Patrick Mahomes. Lamar missed some games. Even in points per game, he wasn't as high, as you can see here.
This was a good one, though. These next two, I feel like these can be bathroom board bets again next year. You know, I'm sure people might be a little lower on Lamar Jackson going into next season, but I think going into this past year, I think these were pretty close. So I think these, you know, we were really excited about this and how they were going to pan out. So Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes. And the next one was what? Lamar Jackson, Joe had him. So Joe was all on Lamar Jackson, back-to-back bets. And then Nate and Matt took Josh Allen. And this was for fantasy finish. So Josh Allen clearly won that one.
Josh Allen blew that one out of the water.
Yeah. I'm interested to hear about this. Who won this next one?
Well, you've got Zack Wilson, and that was you, Coach, and Steve, going against Jalen Hurts, and that was me and Matt sticking with Jalen Hurts, and that one didn't go so well for you two.
Is Wilson even on the list?
He's there's a different Wilson.
No.
Zach's down here somewhere. There he is.
Points per game?
30th overall, 38th in points per game.
Really?
Is Mike White above him?
Those
is he not on the list?
Those 3 really good games he had just wasn't enough.
I guess.
So yeah, we picked up a win there. Then we had Justin. You had Justin Herbert. Does Justin Herbert just pick Justin? Justin just pick Justin Herbert because his name is Justin?
Yeah,
possibly.
It's a sexy name.
It's a fraternity. It's a fraternity like the Skulls. Being a Justin,
he and Steve picked Herbert over Hurts, and that one actually worked out for him because Herbert had a quarterback 3 season.
What did Hurts have?
He was 10.
Really?
Yeah, I can't believe it's that low. I thought he would have been higher. Yeah, in the beginning of the season, I definitely thought I was going to win that one. It looked like it was going in my favor because of all those fourth quarter numbers Jalen Hurts was putting up. But I'll concede to that one. I thought for sure if Jalen Hurts kept the role and did what we thought he was going to do, which was get a lot of yards on the ground, which he did. I thought for sure he'd be able to beat out Justin Herbert, but Herbert looks like Herbert just aired it out enough.
Man, I'm looking at these next few, and I was really high on Zack Wilson. I still am.
Yeah,
I still think he'll be all right. I mean, it hurt when his top offensive lineman went down. I think he'll be all right next year. I'll be banging the drum again.
I mean, it just says Wilson. Do you want to claim that was supposed to be Russell?
No.
Okay.
Are you sure? Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, to say it was Carson Wentz. Justin had Carson Wentz, and John had Zack Wilson. And it's not like Wentz had a great season, but it was still better than Zack Wilson. And then Matt picked Trevor Lawrence, and John, you're once again there with Zack Wilson. That one was a little closer, but still not quite.
Okay, but it was like I think it was I think Lawrence over Wilson was a slam dunk. So the fact that it was close, I'm going to pat myself on the back for that.
Davis Mills did better than Zack Wilson.
He also did better than Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
No, he didn't. Davis Mills is definitely under. No.
Oh, close enough.
He's right between them.
Close.
He's right between them there.
And can I ask Josh real quick? Is this 6 point per touch passing touchdowns or 4 points?
Is 4.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought maybe that's how Justin Herbert got the that much of an edge on Jalen Hurts.
No, Hurts was pretty much at 10. He had a lot of high point games, but he lacked some of the peaks that Justin Herbert and others had. And he did have some little bit down games towards the end of the season.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. In the beginning of the season, I thought I was for sure going to win that one.
He was very consistent, but Herbert's highs made up for it.
How about this next one? Derek Carr versus Tom Brady. So we all know who had Derek Carr, the Frito Bandito himself. He loves him some Derek Carr and some Raiders. So Matt with Tom Brady clearly won that. And then the next one we had Josh Allen, who Steve took, and then Kyler Murray, who Alex took. And that's at one point I think this was close, but who edged this out? Okay, so it was Allen.
Josh Allen, Josh Allen won.
Josh Allen was number 1.
Yeah, Kyler Murray had a pretty good points per game, even with some of the struggles he had here and there, but with the missing games, it actually in points per game didn't come out too bad for him, but still 5. No one came that close to Josh Allen.
All right, and then the last one was that Tom Brady finishes top 10 quarterback points per game. Matt had yes. Mike and Justin had no. Mike and Justin were wrong. So who was the how did we pan out as far as rankings go with quarterbacks? So who was the highest ranker and who was the worst?
For just quarterbacks, I don't necessarily have it broken down for that.
Well, ranking. So not like bathroom board bets, just as far as who was the most accurate predicting rankings.
Yeah, I want to know how you guys got those Tom Brady bets in without me getting involved.
Next year.
Let me know about that.
Maybe next year, maybe.
So this is just the math of calculating how close you were away from your pick versus the finish. But here you have the total number when you add it up. That's how I did the math. I just did it for the top 24 quarterbacks. So how close to their finish ranking in points per game was your ranking for the top 24 point per game quarterbacks? And Justin actually came up with in this case, we're playing golf. You want the lowest amount, meaning you were the closest. And there he is. Justin, have a drink.
I'm not good at fantasy.
This guy stinks.
Fantasy football legend. Thought I'd throw that out there.
That's hot.
So, and then as we'll see, the fusion, which is all of us together averaged.
I beat the average.
You did. You brought the average. You helped it out.
Yeah, you did.
Whew. That's tough to do. That's really tough.
And John's right there in third.
There you go.
Yeah. For the brand. I'm very happy about that. Top 3.
Me and Alex are hanging out right in the middle. So
yeah, it's what it is. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know why Rich is number 4? Because he actually got Derek Carr's rank like spot on. I saw that earlier. He ranked him 13th, and he was 12th. He was 12th in PPR, and then 14th in points per game. So he was right there.
So the average came in second?
The average came in second.
So the average, that's not a person. I came in second.
I don't mean the average. So when I do the average, I'm not saying the average how far each of us were off. I'm saying the average ranking.
Whatever you're saying, it's not a person, right? We can agree.
No, but I'm trying to support the unity and saying that we as a whole come out better than any one of us. Teamwork. Right. Come on.
Right, but this is like track. I'm running against you guys.
I never thought I'd hear John fight so hard for a second place.
Man, it all adds up, baby. It all adds up. Right. Let's go on to running backs.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that jumped out here. So we got running backs. Here we go. Points per game. You got Henry, Taylor, Eckler, Fournette, McCaffrey, Mixon, Kamara, Najee, James Conner, and Swift, Dalvin, and Chubb. That's your top 12. The points per game versus the total overall finish is the biggest when it comes to running backs. So we can sort this out however way you want. Right now it is by points per game. So you still have Christian McCaffrey up there because he was still very high in the games he did play.
Damn, how about James Conner? We were all wrong about him, huh?
Yeah, I was wrong about him, but I had a lot of him because he was one of those late round running backs, and I snatched him up all over the place. So I didn't mind it so much.
Man.
Yeah.
James Conner, and then Austin Eckler finishing third in points per game and second total.
Yep.
Matt had a 9.
I think something went wrong in my rankings because there's no way I would have had him behind like Josh Jacobs, but oh well.
Something went wrong.
Yeah.
Rankings.
Hindsight's always 20/20, isn't it?
But that's not where I had him in my other rankings.
Yeah, I'd say something went wrong.
All right, running back
I still
bets.
Didn't have him high enough though.
Running back bets. The first one, I had Nick Chubb. Justin, Joe, and Matt had Derrick Henry. Nick Chubb win that one.
That's the question on this.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, was this going to be the total points?
Yeah. Because running back goes into longevity.
The majority of our bets were season long, overall points season long.
And especially with running backs, because you're factoring in with a guy like Derrick Henry, with all the mileage he's got on those tires. I'm thinking he ain't playing a full 16 or 17.
Right.
When I take that.
But when it came to the bets, almost all of them were season long.
Yeah.
So I hope that doesn't affect your tallies too much.
No, I think I awarded that to Chubb.
Yep.
Didn't I? Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, I awarded that to Chubb.
So next one, me and Steve said one of either Chubb or Jonathan Taylor will outscore Christian McCaffrey, and both of them did. And Rich said it won't happen. So that was a good bet. Rich is bold, man. Rich don't care. He'll give you many chances to win. And he gave us 2, Chubb and Jonathan Taylor.
Give you many chances to win.
So thank you, Rich, for that one. The next one was what's that? What's that?
What a sweet way to put that. Rich will give you many chances to win.
He's stubborn. So am I, though. All right, PBR, more points scored 2021, Zeke or Saquon? I had Zeke. Benny and Steve had Saquon. Who won this one?
That would be Zeke.
Ooh.
Yeah, buddy. Where is he? Saquon. Ouch.
Dang, 29th?
Yep. Even 30th in points per game. It was rough.
Yuck.
You guys think the Giants get rid of him or what?
I don't know what they're gonna do. They won't let go of Daniel Jones, but I mean Gettleman and Joe Judge are gone now, so it could be a big shakeup.
That last ankle sprain at like week 4 or 5, like he was, or 5 or 6, whatever it was, he was on pace. Like he was starting to come back, doing great for my fantasy teams too. And then boom, it happens again, and now even I've given up on him. I'm the guy that never gave up on him. I've even given up.
No, I just talked about him actually in my podcast, talking about kind of mistakes and trying to learn from things. And maybe I was a little bit too high on him coming in to the season, but I was still expecting that, and it was following the trajectory I even expected, like you said. But once he had another injury setback, that hurt him, and then the rest of that team just fell apart too with injuries, and they just never recovered. So I'm willing to give him a pass, and I think he's a buy this coming season because he's now got all that under his belt. He's going to come into the training camp actually able to go through everything he wasn't able to last year because he was just barely finishing his recovery. So I think he's actually a value right now.
All right, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think what they do with their O-line too is going to be a big, because their O-line is decimated, completely decimated. So if they do anything to try to fix that, I think it definitely helps him. I don't think I'll have him as high as I did last year, but I still think he's going to be a buy for where he's at, ADP wise.
All right, this next one was Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Ben and Steve said he will finish top 10 PPR. I said he will not. I'm sorry, Ben, Steve, and Matt said he will. I said he will not, and he did not. So I'm on a roll up until this next one.
I was mad about that one too because you guys didn't let me in on it because I was too late. Like it had already finalized.
I shut the door.
I am so anti-CEH. I would have taken all of the anti-CEH bets.
Yeah, how did I not get in on that? He's my boy.
I slid it in there, man. Wait, so you would have went for him?
Yeah, for sure. I had him ranked 9th, I think.
All right. Well, I went to bat for.
Yeah. Where is he at?
I know, but I'm just saying.
I went to bat for Philip Lindsay on this next one. I said he will lead all Texans backs in points in 2021, and Matt said no, and he did not. So I lost that one. I don't even think
he did. Can you even tell me who did?
It's not David Johnson.
It's not Duke Johnson.
No, he was playing for Miami.
He went to Miami.
Is it Adrian Peterson?
No.
Oh no, he wasn't in.
Give me a hint.
Sexy
Rexy.
Really, Rex Burkhead did?
Oh yeah, yes. I guess he was the back towards the end of the year.
It was brief but bright.
Like a supernova.
All right, this next one.
When it's like 400 yards, it doesn't take much. So
I had David Montgomery, and Alex had Austin Eckler, and Alex gets the dub here. But where did Montgomery finish?
He did pretty well. He was down here, 18th overall, 14 per game.
And then the next one, Alex went to bat for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Joe and Rich and Justin had Eckler. So that bit him in the butt there. And then Elijah Mitchell versus Trey Sermon. I love that we had this on the board. Steve had Elijah Mitchell, and Matt had Trey Sermon. And again, it was a home run for Trey Sermon. So the fact that someone stood up for Elijah Mitchell in the offseason, that's big. So Elijah Mitchell, home run. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man. The Sports Dude Heinz Show. Thank you. We love Heinz. Except for the purple Heinz. Remember when they made purple ketchup?
Remember when they made green ketchup?
Yeah. Did you like that?
No.
Because you're weird if you did. Right?
And I'm not saying you were just going to call me weird.
No, like anybody who didn't feel weird putting green ketchup or purple ketchup on their burger. Like that's we have a whole nother show talking about that. Hey Heinz, how do you feel about purple ketchup? All right. Let us know in the comments. All right. So who was number one in the running back rankings, and then we'll move on to wide receivers.
Well, we as a whole scored the best, but since I've been informed that's not a person,
it's not.
It's Justin. He was the next highest there, hanging out. And Justin, I was right there, right behind you, third. So cheers.
There we go.
Back to back.
I'll take 4th.
I'm 7th. I stink.
Yeah, I'm about to make up for it in a second, though.
Well, that's running backs. Any other observations? Because there was a lot of things here. It's always a little bit rough. You figure you're going to have, some guys jump up with injury, but the Connor and Fournette ones to me were really interesting. That
where did Elijah Mitchell finish?
I was kind of looking for him.
I felt like he did better than that. Is he even on there?
He missed.
Who was the guy who predicted who would finish number 1 overall, though? I don't see that.
You guys see all those blank spots right there? Y'all need to pick up your game.
No.
No.
What we all need to do is who predicted who'd finish number one?
John.
Let's see.
Hey, I'm glad you were right.
Thank
Why?
you.
That
You didn't make the playoffs.
That saves some embarrassment. Can you imagine how bad we'd be if we only had Carson Wentz to rely on?
Ooh.
All right. Number one, baby. Number one. All right. Let's move on to wide receivers. Hopefully, I did a little better with wide receivers. So, this one I'm not feeling too good about. This first bet, I had CeeDee Lamb, and so did Matt. And Justin and Joe had Justin Jefferson. And CeeDee Lamb was very disappointing this season. How much better than CeeDee Lamb did Justin Jefferson do?
Pretty good bet. You got Jefferson at 4th and CeeDee Lamb's down at 20.
Not very good. All right. And then I had Visca, and Alex had Marvin Jones. And I'm pretty sure Marvin Jones outscored LaVisca.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
What was the
did.
differential?
One game.
I'd have to go down a pretty good ways to get to them.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Marvin Jones is 34.
Yeah.
Right below AJ Brown.
Yep. There he is.
And then Visca's not even on the list.
Right down here.
57.
Oh, that was more than I thought. I figured it'd be a lot closer than that.
He actually got some points a little towards the end.
Well, they need to use him like Deebo Samuel's used in San Francisco.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that people think that should get used like that, but Debo's an alien, man. Yeah.
Visca's an alien. You see the way that dude's built? He's a freak of nature. Well, we'll see. Hopefully he gets some touches and we can actually see that. All right, the next one. Total points PPR for the season. Matt, me, and Steve had Deontay Johnson, and Ben had Jalen Waddle. I think Jalen Waddle won this one.
Oh, where are we?
Jalen Waddle came on strong. Jalen Waddle versus Deontay Johnson. Total points for the season.
No, Deontay's 8.
One. Deontay's here. Jalen
Close.
is behind.
All right, so I won that one. All right, and then I had me and Steve had Justin Jefferson, and Rich had DK Metcalf. So this one, where did DK even finish?
15th.
15th.
DK finished 15th?
He had a couple big games in the middle of the season.
Man, I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a very disappointing season, though. I had him
in
a couple spots, and it was not fun having him.
He disappeared.
I'm a little upset I didn't get in on that one, too, because, I mean, look at my Justin Jefferson rank. I was obviously the highest on him. Like, I definitely would have gotten in on that.
You were very high on him.
Oh, wait. No, but I also had DK at 4th. Never mind. That's all.
All right.
Scared to get in on that one.
And then I continued to go against DK, and I had AJ Brown as well as Steve had AJ Brown, and Josh and Matt had DK Metcalf. So AJ Brown, did AJ Brown outscore DK?
No, he did not.
Really?
He's down at 30.
Okay.
Injuries. He had those injuries. Yeah.
All right. Next, DJ Moore. Ben had DJ Moore. Me and Matt had Terry McLaurin.
DJ Moore won that one.
Yep, DJ Moore won that one.
Okay. What did DJ Moore finish? 17. Okay, next, Justin had Terry McLaurin, and Matt had Mike Evans.
Ooh, wonder who won that.
That's Mike Williams.
Mike
Evans is up at the top.
And...
9. He's 9. So Evans won that one. This is becoming a bloodbath for us, gentlemen. Next, Chenault, Sutton, and Ayuk. One finishes top 15. Justin says no, and John says yes. I was wrong, I think.
You were wrong.
Yeah. None of them did. Hot dog. Maybe this year.
It's not that you were wrong. It's just that I was right.
Yes, that's true. You had Julio, Justin, and Alex had Amari. I think Alex is right on this one.
Not Julio.
Yeah, definitely not Julio.
All right, next. Joshua had Chris Godwin, and Matt had CeeDee Lamb.
Ooh.
Godwin.
13th.
Godwin was right here at 13th.
CD is 20.
CD is 20.
All right, next one. Devontae Parker, Matt versus Waddle, Ben and Eric. And I'm pretty sure Waddle
blew
smoked him.
Yeah.
All right, Parker to have over 8 games played. Matt had over 8. Eric had under.
He had exactly 8 games.
How funny!
Started, but he played in 10.
It's 8 games played.
Yeah,
So-
so he's 10.
So-
So Matt
Overall.
wins.
Yeah.
Matt wins. All right, last one. Debo Samuel, Rich versus Brandon Ayuk, SPAC. So Debo Samuel clearly. Nate, what did Nate say?
He said he got Mike Evans right, but probably the only one.
Yeah.
So if you're listening at home, Nate just popped into the chat, our other co-host. Nice to see you, Nate. Hope all is well. All right, so who did the best ranking wide receivers?
We don't have to go over this one.
Well,
Hey!
I'm gonna say real quick. You'll notice that Justin actually ranked people all the way into like 100.
I will never do that.
So
I won't.
unfortunately, this worked against him because his ranking was so far off from where they finished. So for these, I only took the top 36 for running backs and wide receivers, just so we could see, how the top did. But Hunter Renfrow and Cordell Patterson were such outliers that they really hurt his score.
Yeah, obviously I won on both of them because you guys didn't even rank them. I had them ranked.
Yeah. However, we did do the math, and even if we just gave him the 36 score for being outside of 36, he's still like 8th place. So
Yeah, it was still bad.
that
Alex
total
came in
wouldn't be
first.
Quite that bad. Alex. you
Yeah,
got
buddy.
me.
Yeah.
Rich, how about Rich coming in second?
Yeah. So if you need wide receiver advice, hit those guys up. If you need running back advice, don't talk to Rich.
And John, top 3 again. So John, you're pretty consistent there.
Yeah.
And
Not
this
too
is-
shabby.
Yeah. This is the total season finish rank.
All right, let's move on to tight ends. We're almost done with these bathroom board bets. Josh, you wanted to give us props for something.
Well, we did not fall prey to the redraft hype on Kyle Pitts. We had him right around 6th or 7th. In our final ranking as a whole was 7. And sure enough, he finished 6. So well done to everybody. I know a lot of people were going a little bit crazy with him. So
Man, I was so high on Dalton Schultz. Well, I was higher than all you guys.
Yeah. It paid off.
Right, but Rich was close. Rich had him at 25, and Alex, you had him at 27.
I figured one of the Cowboys got. I was bigger on Blake Jarwin, but I couldn't ignore what Dalton Schultz had done while Blake Jarwin was out, 2 years ago. So
It looks like Matt only knows 12 tight ends.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So the tight end bets. All right. Hollister has more fantasy points than Parham in 2021. Frito Bandito says yes, and Nate says no. And I don't even think this matters.
I wasn't sure even which Hollister they meant because there's the 2 of them.
It doesn't matter.
But the tight end one only had 12 points, and Donald Parham had 39. So
I didn't even know there were 2 Hollisters. That might be what screwed me up so bad in those really deep leagues.
they're brothers, yeah.
Okay.
Did they play at LSU?
I don't know. They've both gone through the Patriots. One was in Seattle and then ended up with the Titans, I think, for a little while. I don't even know which one or who they're talking about.
Jacob Hollister was the one with the Seahawks.
Yeah, yeah, and then he went to Jacksonville. Oh, not Titans. I said Titans. I meant Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And he's the tight end. The other one.
No, they went to Wyoming. I was wrong.
Wide receiver designation.
All right, Evan Ingram, Joshua. You have Evan Ingram, and Justin has Irv Smith.
Yeah, this one was cross this one out because Irv Smith got hurt before the season, but
take the win.
We'll
Justin cursed him.
Take the win.
Hey, we still count that as a win here.
We'll take the win on the next one. Don't worry.
All right, Adam Troutman for Justin and Austin Hooper for Joshua.
It wasn't pretty.
I was gonna say it's not a huge win on your
but
part.
Austin Hooper pulled it off. Tight end 24 versus 37.
All right, Blake Jarwin, Justin versus Gronk. Oh God, for Matt. Gronk is one of the 12
That's
tight
close.
ends that Matt knows.
That's close.
Let's see if we can find Jarwin.
Just move on. This is not good.
Jarwin was hurt.
This isn't good radio.
He
It's not
played
good
for the
me.
season for
Not
a little
good.
while.
All right, Mike Gesicki, Ben versus Tyler Higbee, Justin, and I believe Mike Gesicki probably crushed that.
Yeah, it's not too much of a crushing. It's only 5 spots.
Really?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
9 and 14.
Was that me again? I missed it.
Yes, you lost again.
Oh, okay.
All right. How do we do tight end ranking?
Not too bad. Not too bad. The combined came in on top,
Hey!
but Alex came in after that.
Come to me for pass catchers.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
He's a
There you
pass catching guru, if you will.
And
Guru.
This one again.
Ben did all right. John, you're right there with me in the middle.
Heck yeah.
A little bit towards the back end, I guess, in the middle. And Justin's at 8.
So did you only do the top 12 tight ends?
Well,
Since Matt only had 12.
No, I did top 24, so he got a bunch of 24s here.
So you guys remember back when I was good? That was good times.
Hey, who came in first with quarterbacks?
That's right. That's right.
Let's flash it. Let's flash
That was
it.
good times. That was a good time.
So is there any big predictions y'all made, or any part of your process that you would plan on adjusting or changing going into next season? Or, personally speaking, I go with my gut, baby. That's what I do. That's what drives me. So I'm going to keep talking bold and brash. And I'm going to keep making some big time bathroom board bets. But, I guess I can't really get that far because we need to who won.
So when we add them up, Matt actually made as many bets as anyone. I think the most overall. John, you were a little bit behind him, but he actually had 14 wins to 7 losses. So Matt came in on top in kind of raw volume there. I did go undefeated 3-0. So there's that. But I'm only the part-timer. I was only here for, a couple things. I didn't have the same opportunity share all of you did.
How can Nate talk so much shit and only place 3 bets?
Nate's busy, man. Daddy Nate this year has been tough on him, man. Don't talk smack, because I know in like 2 or 3 years, when his son's a little older and he's got some time at the computer, he's going to be in here placing about 20 bets, and he's going to remember that, Justin. He's going to come for you.
No. 2 or 3 years from now, he's going to have a set of twins too.
Yeah, that's true. So who came in second? I
don't know how we want to rank this. Steve did pretty well. He was 8-5. So if we're just going by win percentage there, he'd probably be next.
I can't see it.
Then...
Yeah, I can't move the logo. It won't let us.
Okay, I was 9 and 10. Dang it.
Yeah, it looks like Steve, and then I would say Justin, because he went even.
Justin went 500.
Well, Nate's 2-1 though, so.
Nate's got 2-1.
Nate places all his bets with a sports book.
That's why y'all should watch Dollars to Deuces.
Dollars to Deuces, baby. They're going to be talking NASCAR this week, I think.
Woo-wee.
That sort of thing.
All right.
And a left turn, and another left turn, and another left turn.
And
all
John's
right.
there at 9 and 10, so he was he participated.
I'm like a heavyweight that not necessarily in there for the win, but I'm just in there to throw punches, man. I'm throwing haymakers.
Whatever gets you to sleep at night, Coach.
That's it. Well, I mean, how many bets you place, Alex?
Oh yeah, okay.
8.
All 8 of them?
8.
all 8.
5?
And you were 3 and 5.
I wasn't here the whole year.
Okay, but you were less than your winning percentage was less than mine, so suck it.
Nana boo boo.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Hashtag math.
Yeah. All right. Does anybody have any thoughts about the bathroom board going forward, about the rankings going forward? Anything you want to put out there before we wrap this thing up?
No, I think I have to get back to go with my gut. I think when I was doing the rankings, because I was new to all of this, I got a little in my own head. Instead of going, even with drafting this year, I was trying to be smarter than everybody, and it clearly didn't work out. So I got to get back to my gut. I got to be more like Coach and be all in the gut.
Say it again. Hey, Justin, can we make that a drop?
No, I said it once. That's all you get.
We need to make that a drop. We need to be more like Coach. I like it. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be more like me. All right, man. This is a lot of fun. When do we start? When do we start the redraft? I guess probably after the draft, right? Right after the draft, we start ranking again.
Yeah, I mean we've got the dynasty and the rookie ones to do first. I don't know if you ever want to go back and just look at rookie ones, but
heck yeah, maybe we should. Why don't we we'll plan another episode, and we'll try to make that like after that episode going over last year's rookie rankings. I think that's perfect. Why don't we do that probably after the combine, a week or two after the combine, and then that'll lead us into starting our rookie rankings for this coming season, pre-draft. And then post-draft, we can update those. We good?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys joining us this evening. Joshua, I appreciate you. I appreciate FusionFFB.com, Alex and Justin. It's been a blast having you on. Justin, it looks like you're ready to drop. Oh, we want to talk about the winners, right?
Oh,
the
yeah.
Winners of let's talk about who won the Toilets the Titles squares. Well, who really she didn't win all of them. She won the ones that mattered.
Yeah, that's right. So my sister, which ones did she win exactly?
His sister.
It was two of them,
Is
right?
she a real person?
I think it was the second quarter, and I think I saw her win the second quarter.
She won the second quarter and the final.
Oh, she got the final too.
Yeah. So she had a big payout. It was like $1,300 or something. So
$1,350.
Yeah, if you guys didn't get in on our squares, I mean, it was all about some big money this time. So, and I'm going to Vegas with her in June, so hopefully she remembers that. So,
just give her the money, let her place the bets.
Well, hopefully her luck's not run out.
Come on, Alex, don't jinx it.
Nah,
come on.
She goes to Vegas all the time for a reason. So, yeah. So my son turns 21 in June, so we are
Nice.
We're gonna go have some fun, But yeah, so we got that. We got the Super Bowl squares. Alex, you know somebody that won one of the quarters, right?
Yep. F you, Bill Hess. Yeah, he won the first one. That's my stepfather-in-law. Yeah,
Cool.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
You're all right, Bill.
Yeah, and then the other guy that won the other quarter was a co-coach of the coach, right?
Oh yeah, Mardiniak, man. He coaches with me. He's a good dude. Yeah, he won. Me and him, this guy, we placed so many bets this year on this website I use, just mini like $25, $30 bets, and we would tilt. We would like chase and chase and chase over-unders and scores, and then we quit doing that and we just started doing props. I started doing player props, and I'm telling you, being this invested in fantasy football has helped me so much. So forget betting games. Player props is where it's at, because as soon as I started doing that, dude, we started crushing it, dude. I told you guys about all the Super Bowl. First off, I hit heads I put $100. Usually, the most I bet on anything is like 25 bucks, because I'll do like 7 or 8 bets a game. I threw $100 on heads to start the game. Boom, hit that, and then it was awesome. I had Stafford over a half an interception, Odell Beckham a touchdown, Odell Beckham a first half touchdown. I had Higgins, Beckham, Chase, and Cup all over 49 yards receiving. So, man, player props is where it's at. Next year, I'm going to have to get on dollars to deuces when Nate and Rich and Abe are talking the Super Bowl prop bet, so I can help you all win some money. And who won the playoff challenge?
In the chat, we just kept seeing another bet that was won, and I'm just writing down all these moments, because whenever we meet up in Canton, that's just that's breakfast on John. That's lunch on John. So our playoff challenge was won by my man Nick Faria. I believe it's how you say it, Nick Faria. We almost did a show together. He almost came on and did the Bucks off-season breakdown episode. Unfortunately, he's not been able to actually come on the show yet, but he's been a big supporter of us since day one. He's followed me on Twitter since almost day one of me being on Twitter. So we chat all the time back and forth. So I mean, just like to put it all like in a real quick little synopsis here. We've got Nick Faria is a big supporter. Amanda's a big supporter. The guys that won that you guys know are big supporters, and they all are winning money. So we're extremely grateful to you guys. Obviously, you wouldn't be playing in our silly games if you weren't supporters of the show. So we're so glad that it's supporters that are also winning, and not just random people that are just getting in on them. So thank you all for your support, even the ones that didn't win. Hopefully next time your luck will be better. But at the end of the day, you guys are really helping us out. So we really appreciate you.
And Nate's boy Abe, who's been on Dollars to Deuces, he came in second. And Abe and Nick, I'm not dodging you, man. I'm going to do payouts as soon as League Safe allows me. League Safe, I go in there. I don't know if any of y'all run a playoff league or in a playoff league. For some reason, they do not allow payouts until 1 week after the Super Bowl. So I'm not dodging you Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, it's very bizarre. It has like a payment date on there. I don't know. It was real weird with filling the league. I didn't like it because it wouldn't let me extend the deadline to fill the league. It made like a deadline, and then I had to email them, and because we wanted to try to get 100 members in, and they like capped it like 10 days before the playoff. I don't know. It was you guys remember, because I was kind of panicking trying to get it all sorted out. So they're complicated, and once it gets complicated, it's hard to break it. But it is Monday or Tuesday, whenever they allow me to, you will get paid. So
yeah, and the guy who took third in the playoff challenge, I know him from the Scott Fish Bowl this year. He was in my division, so I got him, Mitch Zimmer. He's an old head. He always talks about how he started playing when they used to do it with like pencil and paper, and they'd have to like fax each other stats and stuff, and do it.
Steve used to play.
Yeah, with the box scores.
It's Funkle Steve.
All that stuff. So, shout out to Mitch Zimmer, man. He's a good guy.
I remember when I was a kid, Uncle Steve would get the Monday in USA Today, and he'd be sitting at the table with the newspaper open, looking through the stats, and that's how he would figure out his if he won or not. Or I guess there was another guy that was doing it, and that would tell them who would win it. But yeah, that's how I remember newspapers.
Hey, if any of you want to pick up an orphan, Justin dumped an orphan in one of our dynasty leagues, so there's one available. So reach out to me. I'll give you some details. It's a decent roster. All right, you want to join this? There's a bunch of cool guys in there. Justin's not in anymore, so you don't have to worry about playing against him. It's actually his roster. So,
but I'll still be in the chat though, so it'll still be fun.
And remember, dynasty is a commitment. Okay, don't be just dumping these teams off after a year like Justin. Okay,
yeah, don't.
Unless
it's a commitment.
1 year, I think.
You don't just get married to your wife for 2 years. No.
Depends.
Well, yeah, I guess
if it happens in Vegas, right?
I do plan on attending a wedding in Vegas too. I have no idea who it's going to be, but I'm going to attend.
Dude, please do it. Please live tweet it.
Please. There you go.
Can you please live tweet a random like shotgun wedding in Vegas and be completely wasted?
She's been there so many times that she was a maid of honor at somebody else's wedding that she had no idea who they were. So I'm gonna try to see if I can sneak in and get up on the stage.
In another life, I would love to go to Vegas and dive into all those extravagant things, but this life, it's not for me. It is. I wouldn't make it back. I would not make it back from Vegas. But everybody, we will be making it back next week. We'll see you same time, same place. Probably not the same day. We'll probably be on a Tuesday night, but right around 8:30 p.m. The off season, we're kind of a little touch and go. We changed the schedule up a little bit. It's a little more loose. It's a little more fun. But I'm telling you, we got tons of content. Sunday morning, I'm recording with Joe Knows. He's been doing draft episodes every Sunday morning. He's touched on offensive linemen. He's touched on edge rushers. I joined him for the wide receiver discussion. And this weekend, we're actually going to be talking safety. So stay tuned to that. Check the YouTube channel. All the content's on there. Alex, when are you guys doing the Blitz again? When are you doing those Dynasty Trade Show, the Trade and Post?
Actually, this time next week. We'll be back here Thursday. We usually start around 8:30.
All right, so send any dynasty trades that you want to hear discussed in the show. Hit up Alex at AlexO_FF. Hit up Mike at Dirty Jobs something. Hit
21.
up the show 21. Hit up the show at Toilets the Titles. And also, everybody, go follow our man Joshua at FusionFFB.com and go check out FusionFFB.com. So he's not at FusionFFB.com. He's at FusionFFB. But you can go to FusionFFB.com to check out all stuff. Yeah, and show him the shirt one more time, man.
You working on anything special this off season? I know of one thing in particular. You got to tease it. It's months early, but you always work on this in the off season.
My projections or
the singularity.
Yeah, the singularity. That's a summer thing. I'm working on getting ready for rookies right now, and rookie ranks and all that stuff. I always wait until now to learn about them. I don't follow college football, which I think is an advantage in some ways. And so I'm digging into that now, gathering everything. So look for me around the combine. Usually that's when I actually put something out.
Maybe we'll get you on right after the combine. I know we're gonna talk about last year's rankings, but we'll talk. We'll talk in the chat. We'll set something up because we're definitely going to be talking during the combine. So everybody, I think we've gone on long enough. We've drawn this thing out. We appreciate you. We hope you enjoy the bathroom board. Here's to next year's bathroom board. Hopefully I do better. Hopefully I finally win something. And Justin, congratulations at being number one at a few things, man. You're all right.
You too, Alex.
Yeah, thanks. I was number one in 2 things.
Good night, everybody. Catch you later on.